people who are not familiar with NASDAQ, what does NASDAQ actually stand for? It's not an easy acronym to kind of remember what it stands for. What does it stand for?
Well, in fact, that's a Jeopardy question.
Oh,
So
really?
the next time you
Okay.
watch Jeopardy and you see the question, you'll know the answer, which is the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations. So, which means that we were formed in 1971 as a subsidiary of the National Association of Securities Dealers, which now is FINRA. And we acted as a subsidiary of the NASD until 1999, when we demutualized and separated from the NASD. And now
Okay.
NASDAQ's just NASDAQ. It's a word in and of itself.
But the innovative thing about NASDAQ at the time was that you didn't have a lot of brokers running around on a floor, unlike, let's say, the New York Stock Exchange or the American Stock Exchange. You basically were doing it all electronically. Is that correct?
Exactly. So our entire foundation is based on the principle that we don't have to be in the same place in order for us to be able to succeed and to offer a robust trading environment for companies that are, companies who want to raise capital. So we were the first electronic exchange in the world. Back in 1971, it was a very revolutionary concept to have a networked set of computers really driving the ability to raise capital and trade that capital. And so we were a disruptor of our time. Now we're 49 years old, and I would say we continue to work very hard to disrupt ourselves by making sure we're bringing the best of technology into the markets. And we now actually provide the technology to 120 other markets around the world. So we have really been able to propagate our model into the world's economy.
So for people who don't understand how this really works, if somebody wants to go public, they can pick, let's say, the New York Stock Exchange, or they can pick NASDAQ. Do they pay you or do you pay them?
So the way that our model works is that a company chooses to list on NASDAQ and they pay an annual fee. And then we then trade their securities for them. We also offer a whole host of investor relations services and governance services to support their listing. And then we do generate revenue from the trading. The trading generates an enormous amount of data, which is critically important to giving the transparency of the markets to every investor. That data is sold out to millions and millions of people. Actually, billions of people now have access to real-time data. And that's a third revenue source to us. And then our fourth key revenue source, actually, we have our indexes. So we talked about that, as well as our technology business, where we provide the technology that powers other exchanges as well.